She's not okay. Britney Spears is not okay.
It's so funny how only a few months ago, you know, hardcore, free Britney train, but then like a
Like
single incident,
it
and we
was
were just
like,
like,
oh, well, see, the problem is we hopped on a hype train. That was the problem. We hopped on the train. We did.
well, see, the thing is like I knew the entire time that it was never she wanted to end the conservatorship situation. It was that she wanted to remove her dad from the conservatorship situation. Because that was like released, like a year ago, when it was all just rumor before she actually spoke out about it. It was all rumor that she wanted to remove her dad, and then a year later she was like, "Oh yeah, we're true." But then when you find that out, and you're like, "Oh, okay, so she's cool with being in the conservatorship. She just don't want her dad involved."
Should we be concerned?
Yeah.
Because it's not like, oh, I don't mind being a slave. I just don't want to work at this plantation.
Mm-hmm.
To which that's concerning. That is a
But
concerning thing.
now the petition is to actually end it all. Period. So that
I love the idea of like, yeah, we're gonna end Britney Spears' conservatorship as people who don't have anything to do with Britney Spears as a whole because we just don't like it.
yeah, it's all the court of public opinion. Sometimes it wins.
It actually
Now,
wins a lot more often than it should.
oh yeah. So
You hear about
that's what I was saying. A
you hear about
change
DiCaprio's like I'm sorry, not
No,
DiCaprio.
a change
All right, cool.
Now, I had no idea that that movie was based on a true story. Never heard it. Period. When it, like, I thought it was actually based on the myth of the change.
Yes, that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be a movie about this kid who wasn't, it just he kept doing stuff that he wasn't supposed to be able to do. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought the fairies came and took the baby. And then replaced her and replaced the baby with another one. I didn't know that it was a legitimate, actual, whole different person. And that boy was just content to go about pretending like
Yes.
he was
Well,
somebody else.
the reason he was okay with it was because he
He didn't want to
thought.
go back to the farm.
Well, no, the guy was gone. The ranch was closed because the kids that he had trapped there ran away. Three of the kids, her son and one of her friend's son, were there at the same time. And at the end of the movie, we find out that like her friend's son actually does come back. Like he finds his way home, and he tells a story about how they got out. Like one night they decided to run. Three of them ran, and as he was the last one out, he got stuck. And her son came back to help him, and in the process of like running away or getting out of the cage, they made a lot of noise and it woke him up. And him and his boy came out, and he started shooting at him, but like it was three of them and they all ran in different directions. Like they all just went in different directions. So yeah. And he said the reason he didn't come home sooner was because he was afraid. He was afraid that if he came home, that he was afraid that if he came home that the dude would like know. The guy would know, and he would find him, and like his parents
That
would
tracks.
be mad. Yeah, because children are stupid. And so the kids and they were asking him, where are the other kids? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, when we left, like we got split up, and everybody just.
Oh Lord, so she never got her baby back.
Nah, no, that's how the story ends. Like it says that she never stopped, hoping for the day that her son would come home, but he never came back.
Her son became the Prime Minister of Canada.
You're not just like your father.
I'm sorry. What?
I see your mother in you too. You want to hit Mundus hard?
He's the Prime Minister of Canada.
Mundus has power almost
Why?
beyond limit.
Why is that a thing
One weakness.
that you're
Well,
saying
I
out
was
loud?
reading, and it turns out the guy came from Canada.
His mistress,
He
Lilith.
moved from there, bought land in California, and just started raping and killing. And
Mundus?
Oh yeah, they killed
well,
him.
you know from
They caught him.
What happened to him? Yeah.
They caught him. It was funny to me, like how like he was too dumb to realize that his sister was like not helping him, because his sister,
But his mother sure was.
huh? Oh well, in the movie, like his sister when he
No,
came
in
home.
real life.
Yeah, I know, I get what you're saying, but in the film, when he opens the door and his sister sees him there, she's clearly scared, and he talks about like, hey, like where's that sweet niece of mine? And I'm like, and he tells her, and I was like, you tried so hard. Like, I don't know why you said that out loud. And then like he's like, I've been on the road for a while. Like, I'd like to take a shower. And she's like, okay. And so he goes upstairs to take a shower, and then her husband like steps out from like behind the wall, and he's like, all right, you go to the neighbors, I'll call the police. And so he calls the cops, and they just go get him. Like, he's in the house, and they go up in there and get him. And and so like they get information, they get her, and they like he loses the case because he's like, the case he's trying is that.
Hold on. Let me tell you how screwed up this country is. Did you actually look this dude up?
No, I didn't know. I didn't.
Okay, so it was speculated that he may have killed as many as 20 boys, but the state of California could not produce evidence to support that speculation.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the state brought an indictment against Northcott for the murders of an unidentified underage Mexican national, later to be identified as Alvin Gothea, known as Headless Mexican.
All right, cool.
Not even the.
No, just as a descriptor. That was it.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
it's just.
and a pair of brothers. And then in the next line it says, in early 1929, Northcott's trial was held before Judge George R. Freeman in Riverside County, California. The jury heard that he kidnapped, molested, tortured, and murdered the Winslow brothers and the Headless Mexican. They knew his name and still did not use it.
The Headless Mexican sounded better.
Okay.
It gave them a better chance. This is actually very interesting to me. The stage I'm playing. It sounded better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes him sound even more depraved than he might have actually been, because not only are you like, okay, you know,
I don't understand. Is seeing the guy, He was a looker. Looks like he could pull.
Yeah. But when you want, you know, a little boy butt, you want little boy butt. Don't it's like wanting beef and getting tofu. Not the same thing.
True.
So like at the end of it, what ends up happening is he loses the trial and he is set to like he's gonna be hung. Like that's how he's gonna die.
Already was.
Yeah. No, I don't think he was. I think that's why he was fucking little boys. And so like on the day before he's set to be executed, he asks to see the boy's mom, Angelina Jolie's character, and he's like he knows that she's still out there searching for her son, and he wants to give her peace of mind. So she goes to see him, and he's like, I didn't think you were actually gonna come. I really didn't. And so he's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't kill your kid. And he's like, I just didn't. And she doesn't believe him, to say the least. Like she doesn't believe him, and she ends up like pushing him against the wall, and is like, "Did you murder my son?" And he's not necessarily telling her no. Like he's really not telling her no. He's really more or less just saying he's claiming his own his like lack of guilt for the other things that he's been accused of, more or less. And so like the next day, it's time to fucking hang this sumbitch. And I didn't know exactly. You're real talk, my guy, my boy. I want you to understand. They hung this sumbitch in like a gym, in like a school gym. So it wasn't.
It was illegal to do in public.
Okay, well, yeah, because they didn't have like the gallows from. Oh my gosh, like I am not gonna be a beat this dude. Like they didn't have like the gallows or anything like that. It was simply like, yeah, it was just we have a public. We don't have a public place to kill him. This is how we're gonna kill him. And he oh no, it doesn't look like it. Might have been though.
No, it says they hung him at the prison.
Okay. Yeah, it might have been, but like people were still watching. Yeah, I'm gonna super die. Like, is
so I didn't know. I didn't.
Oh, sorry. What I was supposed to say
Oh.
there was like, as they were like leading him to the thing, he was like, "Stop pushing me so fast," because he didn't want to die, and he was screaming that he didn't touch the other boys, like he didn't touch them kids. This shit hard.
Did you do laundry?
No. Oh, she did.
Oh, so they use this as a reference in American Horror Story, in Hotel. The maid who was, I guess, serving the greatest character in American Horror Story history, JPM. Yeah, it says her son was abducted and killed upon the farm. It was referencing this. They should have dove a little deeper into that. It would have been fun.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Why not? You know what I mean?
I mean, James Patrick March was the only thing that was entertaining about season 5 at the very most. Oh, and that little bit with that was fun. Wait, was that bit in season 5?
What?
Yeah, she dies in season 5. She goes because she got on The Price is Right, right?
Man, I don't remember.
With I'm pretty sure, yeah, because because she's already trapped, and then what's his name gets her out in season 8.
What was season 5? Hotel?
Hotel. Yeah.
I don't remember Queenie being. Man, I watched Hotel once.
She won. She won tickets to be on The Price is Right, and she goes to Los Angeles, and she ends up staying in the hotel. And one of the rogue people who wasn't trained yet ends up killing her in her room.
Oh yeah.
Or does the Countess end up killing her? I can't remember. But yeah, somebody ends up killing her in her room, and she ends up trapped. And so she spends all of her time with JPM until what's his name pulls her out in season 8.
Who the snot is JPM? James Paul Morgan?
James Patrick March, the guy that Evan played in season 5.
Oh.
He's the best part of season 5. You need to go back and watch season 5.
He's the guy who built the hotel. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is my least favorite.
It's everybody's least favorite. But anybody who says they like Hotel, I don't trust you.
Yeah, he is fantastic in that role, though.
Yeah, but you just kept saying his name like, in anagram form, like I was supposed to just know. It's like, had you been like Evan's character.
If you know anything about Hotel, you know JPN.
Yeah, had you just said Evan's character, I'd have been like, oh. But you didn't. No, like his character and Angela's character I like.
Oh yeah, she was cool. She's
always
cool. Yeah, everything else about that season was
unacceptable. It was unacceptable.
Just real bad.
Because it was written wrong. It was.
That's why I think that's what they're trying to do this redo in this current season with the blood sucking and all that. That they're not vampires.
I did appreciate the fact that they weren't vampires, to say the least.
At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St. Lamia Orphanage. She was described as a sweet old lady who particularly enjoyed working with children. Between the ages of 11 and 15, he broke out of no less than 8 youth detention facilities, often mounting brutal, humiliating attacks against the prison officers just doing their jobs. Between 16 and 17,
okay, I'm only one episode behind because somebody stopped it from being recorded on the DVR, and that upsets me. But it's on. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah, I know that's how I've been watching it, but that's not the point. The point is.
No, yeah, I caught up on
rapidly spreading sexual disease of the unholy.
Because that's how you watch it.
You want to hoard it.
No, I don't need to do that anymore because it's on Hulu.
Oh yeah, you want to fast forward through the commercials.
Yes, because that's how you watch it. That's the right way.
Yeah, correct. Just like I have to watch now, Wonder Years on Hulu and see if I like it, so that I can set it to record it.
I think it's gonna be okay. Like I haven't seen any of it yet. Like I have Like I haven't on my.
There's only the first episode. It just started this week.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even know it was starting this week. I also didn't know that the Congress was starting this week. I just looked at my list and there it was. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh man, excuse me. Oh. Because I don't want to do this again. Like I don't want to start this all the way over. I realize they are definitely like telling me like don't use items for a better score, but I don't care as I go back and use another item.
So,
I wanted to talk about fridging, but we ended up
fridging.
yeah. We'll talk about it. Talk about it in the next episode. Man.
Yeah, so let me see this first. So I'm starting to think that one of the reasons she ended up dumping him
Yeah. I'm listening.
was that she got mad that I banned her.
Oh, what? Banned her in what capacity?
Well, I told him to stop doing it. And so they weren't spending so much time together because since then, since they've been back together, they have not been apart. Like, he comes here, he's here for 10 minutes after work, he takes a shower, grabs a bundle of clothes, and goes to her place.
So, I mean, and this is mostly because she's white. She doesn't consider the fact that she just wore out her welcome. She just can't.
No, she didn't think that at all. Not at all.
She just couldn't consider the fact that, like, well, you kind of came over and you were over a lot, and you really were kind of intrusive and like just doing stuff that was annoying.
She didn't just come over. She just came over and didn't leave.
You were living there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm starting to think that maybe it was like because they have this gross, disgusting attachment that she was just pissed that he was actually
willing to let her
without her. Yeah.
Oh, I was there like the fact that you were like she can't come over here all the time, and he was like, all right, cool, and she was like, really? You let him not let me come over there?
No, it's not. No, it's not even like that because he hasn't even told her that I said anything like that.
Oh, it's like
she has no idea that I find her
repulsive,
godly annoying,
ungodly, bloom bling blong. All right, we gotta stop the episode. Gotta stop. That's where it went too far. And until next time. Goodbye, y'all. I'll try not to cough into the microphone again. God damn. That was rough. I really hope the fan isn't blowing
you
into
heard
the
it when I asked him, like, when have you been here? Literally every day. He's come home from work, taken a shower, grabbed his clothes, and left.
What it must be like to be in a real relationship. Anyway.
That ain't a real relationship. Like,
We out here.
He should be wondering that too.